Hey, see you there. You know how people have those intros to videos where they go, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you there." So I thought I'd flip it and turn that around a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna be my regular intro in every video, but it is for this one. So this is a new channel. This is the first video that I'm putting up. I've actually had the channel for a while, and I was trying to do several different things with it, and none of that worked out because people were flaking. So I changed things around, and I'm gonna do it a little bit different from the way I had it originally planned. This particular one is gonna be like a clip show type thing, and not all my videos are gonna be like that. I want to have sketches and eventually maybe even a web series on it. That's further down the line though, because those take a lot more to produce, a lot more time, effort, and money. So I do have an idea for a web series, but as I said, it's gonna be a while before that can materialize. So the first thing I want to talk about today is the guy that was sending ricin to all these politicians, including President Obama. Um, After a few days after that happened, they actually arrested a guy. And from what I read about him, he was paranoid schizophrenic. And the kicker is that he was also, of all things, an Elvis impersonator, which is just kind of weird. But it turns out that they released him, and you might not have heard about that part of the story because when the thing happens, we were all paying attention to it. This was like right after the Boston bombings, so people were like wondering if it was related or not. And then it kind of fades away, and people don't pay attention to it anymore. But that guy actually was released. Not They dropped all the charges, and instead they arrested a different guy who apparently, and this is where the story gets even weirder, he was doing that in order to frame the first guy, which, I mean, not only truth's stranger than fiction, but also, I guess, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean that they're not actually out to get you, right? So that's what happened there. I read about this story on crack.com, which is a humor site, but they also deal with serious non-fiction subjects. They just, they just put a humoristic spin on them. And I'm gonna leave the link to that particular article down in the description. It's really one of my favorite internet publications to read. They have a lot of very interesting articles on all kinds of subjects, and most of it is non-fiction actually. They just take a humoristic spin on the subject. They do have some fiction that's also humoristic in nature. So, check them out. My favorite columnist on the magazine is Sean Baby, and he is absolutely hilarious. Another source of news that I get a lot of my news from is the Young Turks. They report a lot of the same mainstream news that other media reports on, but because they don't answer to corporate interests, they will sometimes show you the stuff that other media won't show you, or like little facts about who is behind what in terms of any particular issue. And they also don't do just serious stories, but they also do more lighthearted stories. I'm gonna leave in the description a link to a story they did on President Obama's comments about his daughters getting tattoos, or the possibility of that happening, and what he plans to do about it if it happens. So, and you know, just because you're president of the United States doesn't mean that you can't have a sense of humor. Okay, the next video is a viral video of sorts. It doesn't have that many views, it has less than 1 million views, and for viral videos, you know, that I find funny or interesting, I think that's about where I'm gonna set the bar. I might break that rule from time to time, but I'm gonna try to show things that aren't all over the internet. In this case, we have this lady. And she is about to do a double backflip. And it's all done in one take. I'm pretty sure there are no special effects. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to leave the link in the description as well. Another thing that I saw that was interesting in the past week is chandeliering eyes at, I believe this is Medicine Lake in Minnesota. And basically what it looks like is these people, they're touching the water, and it looks like as soon as they touch it, it freezes up. And that's not actually what is happening. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can see the video and also read the article that explains what's actually happening. Also in these videos I'm going to suggest channels of people that I subscribe to that maybe don't have as many views as the bigger YouTubers, which in many cases is a shame really, because they put a lot of effort into their videos and it shows, and they're very talented. This week I'm going to suggest Jacob K42. He's a film student. He does a lot of do-it-yourself videos for building props, and I believe he's even done a couple of videos on how to build camera mounts. I'm not sure because I don't watch the do-it-yourself videos too much. What I do watch on his channel is the sketches that he does. He does a lot of very funny sketches. Some of them are sort of test films for the props that he builds, but they're all pretty funny. And go ahead and check them out. So for now, there's nothing else for me to say except see you next week. I'll try to put videos out every week, not on any particular schedule. And as I said, they're not all going to follow this format. I'll do several different kinds of videos. So, bye.